In the Prajwal Revanna alleged rape case, more details are now coming in. The SIT has intensively questioned the 33-year-old Hassan MP. Sources are now saying at the moment. Sources are also revealing that the mobile seized by the SIT from Prajwal Revanna is not the original device from where his driver, Kartik Gowda, airdropped the videos to his iPhone. The investigation is currently on, and the officers have now asked Prajwal about the mobile phone, whereabouts of which he allegedly used for recording those sexual acts that were captured in his camera. Instead, he's maintained that the phone seized by the investigating officer was the only one he has been using. During the questioning, Prajwal claimed that he did not know the victims who filed a complaint against him. Sources are also saying that there are several helpers at his residence and he did not remember this particular person who had filed a complaint against him. On the other hand, SIT officers sexually probing the case of sexual abuse against the MP also visited Holesinpur on Saturday and waited for Prajwal's mother, Bhavani Revanna, near her residence for over 7 hours, but she failed to turn up. Meanwhile, SIT is planning to conduct a spot inquest at the crime spot. My colleague Vajula joining us with more details. Vajula, it does appear like Prajwal Revanna is currently being intensely questioned on the whereabouts of that phone that was used to airdrop those videos.
Well, yes, for the last 2 days, Prajwal has been continuously interrogated by the SIT officials, and what we've learned that it's the female officers who have been interrogating him, which is led by Suman Panekar. She is the SP over there, and these women officers have been around Prajwal Revanna from the time he came to Bangalore. From the time he was arrested, they've been interrogating him. They've been taking him for medical and everything, and this has been done so that they somehow or the other try to crack Prajwal down with regards to the investigation and get and build some confidence for the victim also. But with regards to Prajwal answering questions, that is something that is not happening right now from what we've learned from our sources in the SIT, that he's evading all the questions. He's saying that it's all a propaganda, political propaganda against him. When it comes to his mobile phone, when the officers asked him where are the other mobile phones from which you were shooting, he said that the only phone that I had is in your custody. There is no other phone. I had a phone few years back, but according to my PA, we lost it because he's the one who usually holds my phone or handles my phone. He also goes on to deny that he knows any workers in his house. He says that there are numerous workers who work in the house, and I clearly do not have a track of all of these people. Now, with this, how Prajwal is evading questions and how he's not answering to anything that has been asked to him, he's also gone on to say that the actual person who's behind this entire case is Kartik, his driver, and he's the one that should be arrested and questioned. So he's the one, Prajwal right now is the one who's dictating or is cross-questioning the SIT over their questions. So with this, what we've also learned is that the SIT now will have to change their plan of questioning. We've learned that today they will be taking him for a spot inspection for the Mahajar, where you will be taken to Holenarsipura and to those crime scenes or those places where the videos have been shot, and there also they will try to speak to him and see whether he remembers that this is the place, and they'll try to confront him saying that if this is your house and you're denying it, then who is this person in this particular place? So all these things will also be questioned with Prajwal today, and the reason why they've been doing it today is because there is counting tomorrow. There is a possibility, according to the exit poll, that Prajwal is winning. So if that actually happens, then there would be a lot of chaos for them to do their operations at Hassan. So they might take him today, is what we've learned.
All right. And, let's quickly run our viewers through the details of that incident. We all know of the Karnataka sex scandal that broke out, post which the 33-year-old MP had fled to Munich. Now, Prajwal was brought in from Munich. He had also applied for an anticipatory bail before he actually reached touchdown in Bengaluru. That bail was denied. He was later arrested. He wanted to avoid that arrest. That did not really happen. Prajwal faces 3 cases of sexual abuse. His mothers also sought anticipatory bail. We are given to understand that Bhavani, his mother, is not an accused in the case, but SIT has desired to investigate her role as someone who was responsible for kidnapping some of these women. Now, we do know that the SIT will also be trying to contact Prajwal Revanna's mother. The entire case, of course, apart from bringing a lot of political spotlight, Vajula, on this case, has also in a way turned out to be a lot of slugfest. But before I get to that, before I get to the political ramifications, run us through what is the role of the mother here and what is SIT trying to do here?
Well, the role of the mother does not come in any of the assault cases or in the sexual abuse cases in this particular case. The role of Bhavani Revanna comes, according to the SIT, comes during the kidnapping case, the second FIR that has been registered against them. The SIT believes that Bhavani Revanna's hand is also there behind the kidnapping of one of the victims against whom the FIR was filed. So that is why the SIT wants to question Bhavani Revanna, because they've already picked up HD Revanna a few days back, and he also got a bail. Now Prajwal Revanna is there in their custody as per the first FIR that was registered against him. But what they want to piece together is also the kidnapping case, because that is what their actually fear is, that the victims are still scared to come out and speak to the police officers or the SIT team, and that is where they are finding it very difficult to get a strong case against Prajwal Revanna. As of now, we know that only two victims have come forward, and the allegations that have been leveled against him by them is not that grave. And there are thousands of videos which they believe is Prajwal Revanna, and that is why to piece that together, they need more and more victims, and they feel that Bhavani Revanna's hand is also there in the kidnapping case, as both these people deny their presence in the city, and the victim being found at one of the farmhouses clearly is what they feel, that she may also be behind this, trying to help her son. But how much of this can be true is only when they are able to question Bhavani Revanna.
Right.
They'll be able to prove this. And so far, as of now, she has skipped her summons, and now it remains to be seen what will the SIT do next with regards to Bhavani Revanna.
All right, and remember, the 33-year-old Prajwal Revanna is the grandson of Devagowda. He is also one of the candidates from the Hassan Lok Sabha segment, the BJP-JDS alliance there in Hassan, and he is somebody who's contesting elections. It's going to turn into a slugfest. It has turned into a slugfest. It's become a political storm, with Congress now starting this SIT probe, and BJP as well as JDS asking that the probe be handed over to CBI to make sure that the investigations that happen in the matter are away from all the political spotlight and perhaps free and fair. But I want to understand if there's going to be an explicit and an implicit impact on the voting, not just in that particular seat of Hassan, but overall in the in the state assembly seats, the state, because of course I've been talking about this for a while. A lot of people, a lot of women have vehemently come out. A lot of them have not been identified, as you rightly said. There's just three cases which have been registered so far, but a lot of other unidentified women in that video. A lot of heads have been raised, a lot of eyes have been rolled. What sort of political impact are we anticipating?
Well, the impact of elections and the simultaneous expose or the release of this particular pen drive, which has all these videos, may have a little impact on Prajwal's seat, because from what we know is that these pen drives from the investigation, or from what we've learned so far, is that these pen drives were released a day or 2 days before the polling happened, and it wasn't given to specific person or a specific group of people or a specific area. It was randomly distributed and thrown around in public places in Hassan and Holenarsipura, like bus stands, your markets.
All right, I seem to have lost my colleague Vajula there, but he was of course talking about that pen drive containing many videos. Those videos, of course, did not make it to one person. They were distributed amongst various persons. The investigation, as I said, is currently on. SIT is currently probing Prajwal Revanna in the alleged rape and sexual assault cases. 3 cases have been registered. SIT is intensively questioning the Hassan MP, who has so far denied any wrongdoing. His mobile phone has been seized, but that is not the original device from where either the videos were airdropped or the videos were recorded to begin with. He continues to name his driver in the matter, says that the driver, of course, was responsible. Karthik Gowda, the driver, was responsible for shooting those sexual acts and recording them. And he has so far maintained that the phone that has been seized by SIT is the only phone he had in his possession. The case is currently on. We're trying to bring you all those live updates here on News 9 Live.